just a good response from a disappointing day yesterday. So just very pleased with the way we came out today and took care of business in kind of short game fashion. Alyssa pitched really well, had hits up and down the lineup, had the long ball, had some stolen bases, played good softball today. So happy to be going home with the series victory and just feel good about it.
And Coach, you mentioned you guys get the series victory. It sets up the rivalry weekend next weekend against South Alabama. Obviously, you guys are pretty handily have a chance to get a playoff spot clinched with one victory against South Alabama next weekend. How does this change your approach going into the weekend, knowing you need one win, but obviously 3 straight could bump you guys up pretty high in the seedings?
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. And the girls, they follow that closely. And certainly it's just about playing good softball. You know, whether you need 1, whether you need 2, whether you need 3, or whether you're playing for first or you're playing for the last spot, whatever you're playing for, you play hard because you love the sport. You play hard because you love your teammates. And so that's what we're going to do. You know, day 1, game 1 against South, we will be up and we'll get after it. But whether we win or lose that game, we'll get after it in game 2 and in game 3.
And Coach, you mentioned too the long ball consistently was a consistency for us all weekend long. Near double digits for the weekend. Michaela Boswell obviously a 3-run shot to make it a run rule game. Just talk about what that was like to see everyone pretty much get a little bit of a hand in that.
Yeah, that was a big inning for us. I think we scored 7 in the inning, and Boswell with a 3-run home run that kind of put the icing on top. You know, when she is on, she is a really hot hitter. But you kind of foreshadowed that we hit close to 10 home runs. I believe it was 8, maybe, perhaps 9. But Annie today and Boswell with a big 3-run home run. Reagan Oney came in there with a pinch hit and delivered a base-clearing double or triple, I believe. So, you know, a lot of people contributed. And it's really neat to see the home runs flying out of the park this weekend.
And you talk a lot about contributing. Obviously, you went a little bit deep into the depth with some pinch hitters and stuff, pinch runners all weekend. What's it like to kind of be able to get these opportunities, because you never know when you're going to need to use somebody later in the line?
No, again, exactly right. And it's tough. It's tough coming off the bench. And, you know, they're Division I athletes, and they want to play. And so I get that. But to be ready when your name is called is also key. And so certainly we do have some depth. We've got some girls that, whether they start or come off the bench, give us key contributions. And at that point, it's about being a team player. And sometimes, you know, you check ego at the door and you do it for the team. But certainly you also, if you got to manage those decisions and manage those personalities that want to play. And certainly my heart kind of feels for some that haven't played in a while. But everyone needs to be ready when their name is called, and certainly I think we did that this weekend.
And Coach, final question. We touched on it next weekend. Obviously, it's a short week for you guys, Thursday through Saturday now for the final weekend of the series. What's going to be the approach for this team?
Yeah, and you know, at the end of the year, emotions are always high. And, you know, and heightened, and you talk about South, that'll make it even more heightened. And anytime Troy plays South, it doesn't matter if Troy's on top, South's on top. Troy, you know, they're going to be battle-tested games. Short week, you got the end of the semester and classes and stresses, but you got to find a way. That's the name of the game for student athletes. So we'll work through it. Certainly we'll get prepared for South in this short week, and just like they've got a short week as well, only they got to travel to us. So thankful to be at home in front of our home fans, and I hope that we can bring big crowds and kind of push South around a little bit with our fan base.